Baker, Freddie talked about blocking out all of the noise. Is that easy to do?
I think it's something that you really you have to be conscious of because you're surrounded in an environment where you hear a lot of things. Stuff pops up on your phone, or stuff's on the TV, or it's just people talk. And so you just have to make a conscious decision, to protect your locker room and take care of your guys and block out the negative stuff. And when they're patting you on the back, to me that's even worse.
You said being conscious of it. What are the keys to doing that? What do you do to keep that from affecting and impacting the locker room?
I think being singular focused on the week ahead. The most important game is this next one. We watched the film. We've talked about the mistakes and stuff we needed to talk about. So you correct that and then you move forward. And so I think being focused on the goal, and the task at hand, I think is very important.
Freddie also mentioned that things are not far away. They're just missing a little bit. How do you see that, and what do you do to close that gap?
I kind of hit on that after the game. That's the frustrating part. Is we're very close on a lot of things, but that's why we have to be even more focused on the little details. And so, just like I just said, details are what really matters.
Specifically, does it add fuel to the fire when somebody like Rex Ryan says overrated as hell and things like that?
It's whatever. In the wise words of Freddie Kitchens, if you don't wear orange and brown, you don't matter. And Rex Ryan doesn't have any colors right now for a reason, so it's okay.
What are you fine-tuning right now? What are you working on? Freddie said the other day you saw things better over the middle of the field.
Yeah.
What's kind of your emphasis this week?
I think continuing to improve on the things I was working on. Having my feet in the right place, because I talked about how feet and eyes line up and go together, they're hand in hand. And so continuing to improve on that and just getting the ball in the playmaker's hands. I think that's the most important thing for me going forward.
After the game, your completion percentage is not what we're used to seeing.
Yeah. If you watch the game, you'd see there's a couple throwaways and there's some things that I'm missing. But yeah, continuing to try and work on that.
Is that a matter of precision? Precisely.
Like I just said, there's some throwaways, but yeah.
When you look back at what's been on tape so far, do you feel like you're leaving the pocket too soon, too often?
Did you take that one straight from the commentators or? No, there's one play that I feel like I can stick in there. Other than that, you know what? Here's the thing: people are going to come in me when I extend a play and make a scramble play, and if I leave the pocket too early, they're going to harp on it. So I could really care less. I'm going to do my job, like I said, and continue to improve.
It just seems like last year we were used to seeing you step up and maybe slide a little bit, and extend it that way, and it does seem like I'm not.
No, I
think
it's a little different, in case by case when you can step up and there is a hole to step up in and do that. It's different.
After the game, when you were asked about that 4th and 9 call, you said, I got to go look at it. Can you add any clarity as to the philosophy behind that call?
No, it's just, trusting our guys to make a play.
With the Baltimore defense, they lost a couple of key pieces last year. Does it look a lot different than it did?
They did lose a couple guys. You lost, anytime you lose a guy like Mosley, Suggs, Weddle, those are guys that have been running that system for a while. So it's a little different looking at it, but they have guys that are stepping up and filling those spots pretty well. And so I think that's what we need to realize is they have younger guys that are playing really well right now, and they're playing well as a unit. And so we have to identify, what they're trying to do and how they're trying to attack us.
What's the importance of not only this game because it's in a division, but they're the division champs. Last year the regular season ended the way it did for you guys. What all goes into that?
It being the first divisional game, I think, is the most important aspect of this. Looking at it of where we can stand in our division, and you separate the season into 4 quarters, and so this last game in this first quarter of the season is a very important one going up against the Ravens.
Odell's getting a lot of double teams. How can you guys take better advantage of that?
I think formatting stuff and just finding the one-on-ones, taking advantage of it. I think we're we're having to adjust on how teams are playing us, because of him and because of some of our other pieces. But we're figuring it out.
Baker, when you made the rounds at the Super Bowl, you had mentioned in a couple of interviews that the way the Baltimore game last year kind of left a bad taste in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Does it still, or is that ancient history?
No, I wouldn't say it's ancient history. I'd say it's kind of a healthy medium of the past is the past, but also looking back on it. And, it was the little details that got us. You look back on, I missed an out route on the last drive of the game to Jarvis where we would have had a first down. And the interception to C.J. Mosley would have never happened. So it's looking back and seeing, what got us beat and how can we get better, but also focus on what's at hand right now.
When you look at how defenses are preparing to face you and what they're doing differently than last year, do you think a lot of it's just because Odell's here and they're adjusting to that, or are they doing things specifically to stop you?
I think it's a mix. I think they're definitely teams are going to try and protect over the top and not have shots over the top of them with number 13, but also having certain looks and disguising it and giving different looks is something that we've kind of seen early on. So I expect to continue to see that until we show that we can really beat it.
Do you have the counters for those?
Yeah, no, I think that's something, like I said, continue to improve and have my feet and eyes in the right place, and just recognizing what teams are trying to do and adapting on the fly in the game.
Baker, what did you, this is your first game without David, what the tight ends did? What is the biggest part of him not being on the field as far as your job?
I think Demetrius and Ricky played great. Obviously Demetrius had the touchdown, and then Ricky had catch down in the red zone. It's tough when you lose a guy like that because he is a monster in the mismatch world, having him line up in different spots, seeing how they're going to play him. If they're going to play a man, who are they putting on him, different stuff like that. So it's tough losing him, but I think our tight ends played well. And I think as we, continue to realize who they are, I think we can use Ricky as somebody like that, somebody similar to more of a receiver type, and just, play to their strengths.
Baker, was this always going to take a little bit of time? I think a lot of people expected you guys to be, juggernaut offensively right out of the gate because of the talent. But are you guys working through things? Was this always going to be kind of a work in progress, especially early on in the season?
No. We expected to have success early on. We didn't expect it to be easy, but I think that's the frustrating part is we wanted it to be easy, but now I think we really know it's not. People are going to game plan. They're going to have a certain strategy for us, and we need to be able to adapt. Talent's not going to take us there. We just have to do our job.
Baker, there's I saw a stat this week. When you get rid of the ball under 3 seconds, your completion percentage is around 70, if not higher percent. But when you're above that 3 second time, there's like a 15% discrepancy there. Why do you think that is? From your perspective, why does your percentage go down when you're having to hold the ball?
Anytime you're having to hold onto the ball that long, or if I'm just holding onto the ball that long, that puts stress on the O-lineman. Asking them to block for that long against some of the teams that we faced, some of the fronts, that's stressful for them. So I think finding the quick completions, easing that rush early on, and wearing teams down, I think is something that we're continuing to improve on and realize that we should be good at.
How much attention do you pay to what kind of start Lamar's gotten off to?
Been able to see some of his games just because of our later games early on. He's played great. They're doing a great job of putting him in spots where he's having success, getting the ball out, play action, and just letting him play ball. You see some of the plays he's making in the run game. That's just what he's always been able to do.
Do you think about it could be you guys going head-to-head for the next 15 years?
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
Is it kind of strange that he has like your entire OU Rose Bowl offense that he's playing with?
It is different looking over there and seeing a lot of the guys I played with, but it's fun to watch those guys, knowing how talented they are and exactly who they are. And obviously Lamar's just a football guy as well, so that's why they're having success. And you add in some of the pieces that they have, like Mark Ingram. They've got a great squad right now.
Because you know so many of those guys, you find yourself watching Lamar and them a little bit more than maybe other teams?
Yeah, absolutely. I think anytime you know people out there, you're going to pay attention to it.
You've now started in 16 games, which is the equivalent of a full season now.
Is it? That's a full season? 16 games, Tony?
Regular season.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Your thoughts on your progression?
I think for me, definitely not the start I wanted to have this year by any means, but doing certain things better than I did early on last year. I think the improvement for me is just continuing to eliminate negative plays, and obviously some of the Titans game was a big one, having too many turnovers, too many sacks, and I think just continuing on right now is eliminating it quicker.
How close are you guys to just putting that game together that you want to have?
I think we're very close. I think we're very close to putting together the game that our offense needs to have. Just like I keep saying, eliminating the mistakes. Everybody doing their job on every play. Stuff's going to happen within the game, and you're going to have to adjust. But I think we're very close.
Has it been difficult not having Rashard these last 2 weeks? And what are your thoughts on what you've got from Damian?
Obviously, anytime you lose a guy that I had chemistry with, it's tough. But I think Damian's played great. I think obviously he had a few catches last week, some big catches, third down. I think he's done his job, and that's what we ask everybody to do, whoever's playing.
I think after the game you talked about there's no panic, and that's been a theme for Freddie on Monday and then again today. Do you sense any of it in here for the need to say that, or is that just something
No, I think that's just something you say. I think, like I said about blocking out the noise, everybody is going to, like I said a couple weeks ago, throw us in the trash, but it's realizing how close we are. The film's never as good as it looks, and it's never as bad as it looks. So really finding out what's going on and eliminating the mistakes, and then, like I keep saying, playing to our strengths. And it's, defense is playing great. I said that after the game, and now it's our job to pick it up.
Do you think you're in your best when thrown in the trash, to use your term?
No, I don't think it really matters what goes on the outside. I just, with clear focus and everybody doing their job, I think is when we're at our best.
Who's the person that's mostly, kind of working closely with you on a daily basis from a quarterback coaching up standpoint? Would that be Ryan?
Yeah, that would be my quarterback coach, Ryan
No, I
Lindley.
know, but I'm just saying sometimes you have an offensive coordinator that's in your ear too. But is it mostly you and Ryan that just kind of who's your guy?
The most individual time, is with Ryan Lindley. Obviously, having Freddie around offensively, and then Todd Monken as well. Just kind of a balance, but the most individual times with Lindley.
And where I was going with that is you don't have too many voices in your ear this year, do you? I mean, is it
Nope.
what you need? Is it going where you need it?
It's on me. There's no other fingers to blame. It's on me.
I'm not trying to blame anybody.
That's okay.
I'm just wondering who is, who's working closely with you, and do you have, last year, is it different than last year? Did you have?
Well, yeah, it is different. There's a different quarterback coach, different coordinator. Freddie's the head coach. It's different.
What does it mean to you that Freddie, you keep taking ownership of things. Freddie keeps taking it off you and saying it's on me, to put you in better situations to have a coach that talks about his quarterback that way.
Anytime you have a guy like that has your back, that's something that's very comforting. I just need to, I think to me, just let it loose, go play, not be afraid of making mistakes and going out there and playing my game, and not hesitating and knowing that he has my back no matter what. So I think that's important to have that respect from him.
Even if there's a little tweak in some of the Ravens personnel on defense, when you look back at the season finale last year and you look at this Ravens defense this year, is there a drastic difference in, not so much from personnel, but I'm getting at the system and what they do?
They're different in the sense of some of their guys do certain things better, and some of them don't do. In the secondary, you have Earl Thomas that's replacing Eric Little. Those guys are great safeties, but they do different things well. And then up front, losing Smith and then Suggs, it's different, and Mosley as well, obviously. So, I don't know. Schematically, they're doing similar things, but they're not, I would say, doing consistently the same thing every time.